Hello everybody and welcome to my backyard. I hope you can hear me. I am having to film this on my cell phone because I'm a one-man operation and carrying sound equipment and camera equipment down here. That's too much like work. I think most people who know me know that I have an aversion to actual work. I don't like it. I did enough of it throughout my life. I'm old now, I don't want to have to do anymore. So I'm just filming it on my phone here. But I wanted to film something really quickly, mainly quickly because it's hot as fuck out here. It's hot as balls in my backyard right now. But also I'm leaving for a few days and I wanted to get this on the internet before I go. If you're not aware, Kimber was coming out with a new product here, and this is it. Now, I've had this for a few days. They actually sent it to me well over a month ago, but because, you know, I'm such a dangerous and scary person that it took 3 to 4 weeks for my background check so that I could actually get it. I've never had a background check take that long before, but I guess they got to be careful, you know, dangerous old men like me. But I wanted to show it to everyone. You know, Kimber's been sending out emails saying something new's coming. Well, this is it, and it is called the MAKO. Let me give you a little look at it here real quick. This video is not going to be very professional today, by the way, as if any of my videos ever are. But this is it. It's pretty much their answer to like the P365, the Shield, etc. Now, as far as I know, this is one of the few polymer guns Kimber's ever made. I think of Kimber pretty much for two things. They make great 1911s. I've always been a big fan of their 1911s. And when other people badmouth them, I'm like, you know, I don't think you've ever shot a 1911 from Kimber. But this is something different for them. Like I say, I know them for 1911s and revolvers, of course. The K6S, one of the best revolvers on the market right now as far as build quality, the double action, single action model. I'm not too crazy about double action only revolvers, but still it's a good one. I just don't like double action revolvers. But this is what they've put out here. So let me give you a little closer look at it just so you can see what it is. Like I say, I've only been shooting it for a few days now, so I can't give you a full review today, but I just wanted to give you kind of an introduction to it, what it is, what it looks like, and how it's been doing so far. All right, here's you a little bit better look at the gun here. As you can see, it's actually kind of a nice looking little gun. I like the lines of it. I like the way they do the texture all the way up. It's got a nice feel to the grip. It's got a nice curve in here for your hand so that you can get, you know, a better grip on it and keep it up nice and high. So it's just got a nice design to it overall. Very simple. I love how they actually took a little bit of time and made the slide release actually fit into the gun. It's not like just a little piece of folded metal sticking out somewhere. It's actually integral into the little grip lip right there, a little lip on the grip. That makes no sense to say it that way, but you know what I'm talking about. So looks wise, it's really nice. I actually kind of like it. It's very solid. Now, the way they do the ejection port here is a little different than a lot of the other guns. It's nice and clean on top. So you have that nice tri-cut up there, which I really like. This being called the MAKO R7, I do believe, of course, that is for MAKO Shark. So I think it being kind of sleek is what you would expect. And it definitely does have that sleek feel to it, very clean. There's a fly on me, get off me. But looks wise, I mean, it looks nice. I actually like the looks of it better than I do the other guns in its class, as I'll probably say again here in a little while. But looks wise, nice. Let's cover a little bit of the features of it now. All right, now this gun is 9mm, and it is one of the higher capacity 9mm. You know, it's 10+1 with the shorter magazine. I do believe it's more with this longer base plate here, but I'll get more into capacities and stuff like that when I do the full review, because at the range, I only load 5 rounds in at a time. That way I can check my groupings better, pace myself a little better, so I don't load a lot. So I'll get that information to you on the full review, but I just wanted you to get a look at this gun because it is pretty cool. It does have the orange front night sight. It does have night sights on the gun. Also, it is cut for an RMR, and this one has the RMR on it, the Crimson Trace. It's not an RMR, it's a red dot, but you know how I use that kind of interchangeably, like people say Kleenex. So it's got the little Crimson Trace red dot on here, and I like that it's a slim profile red dot. It's actually the same width as the slide, so it fits really nicely on there. Got an ambidextrous safety, got the little safety toggle on the trigger here, and the trigger is really nice. I mean, I'm not talking about pull, I'm talking about design. Just really well put together. It's got a real solid feel to it. It's got a nice flat surface on it. Just a really nice looking trigger and nice functioning trigger. Got good sights, like I said. Like I say, I've put probably a few hundred rounds through this right now. I intend to put more before I give you a full review on it performance-wise. And I will have to add, in that 300 rounds, I haven't had a single failure. The gun has shot perfectly with hollow points, full metal jacket, and solid copper ammo. In fact, the only failure I've seen at all is something that I do with all small guns every now and then, is I have a couple of times put my thumb on the slide release and it hasn't locked back on the last shot. But like I say, that happens a lot with a lot of guns for me. But what I'm seeing so far, I really like. I mean, this is a very nice little gun. I don't usually go for guns like this. And to be honest, this gun isn't something I would normally buy myself. But they contacted me when they were going to put this out and said, hey, would you like to try one? We know you'll be honest. You'll give it a good review if it's good, and you'll let us know if there's something wrong with it. So far, I haven't found anything wrong with it. Like I say, not my cup of tea, but for people that are looking for these kind of guns, and obviously there's a lot of you since they're so popular now, this one right here is definitely a high contender in the category, because I've really enjoyed it. I've put, like I said, a few hundred rounds through it. Shoots really well. It doesn't shoot like a small gun. It feels more like you're shooting a Glock 19 or something. When I don't know about other people, and like I say, I'm biased towards the Shield. I don't like it. When I shoot it, it feels like I'm shooting a tiny little gun. It feels more like I'm shooting like a C-Camp or an LCP or something. It doesn't feel like a big gun in a small package. This feels like a big gun in a small package. A lot of guns feel like small guns in medium-sized packages, if you know what I'm trying to say there. So I have high hopes for this. This might end up my mother's new gun. She's looking for a new lightweight, small 9mm pistol she can keep in her purse, even though I've talked to her about the purse thing. So I'm trying to convince her into a fanny pack carry. But so far, so good. I'm really liking it, actually. Liking it way more than I thought I would. So I will give you more info at a later date. But for now, that's where I'm at with this gun right now. Enjoying it so far. I have high hopes for it. And I will let you know later if it performs as well as I hope it does. All right, so there you have it. A quick first look at it and my initial impressions. Like I say, very impressed with it so far. And as far as looks, I think I like it best of all the little guns in its competition area, you know, in its class, because it really does have kind of a nice look to it. I love the way they do the texture all around the grip and everything, like I already covered. The sights are nice and easy to see. I like that it's cut for a red dot. It's got that nice small red dot on there. The grip panel here is really nice and grippy. Also, the magazines, they work into the gun here to make it actually look really nice and have a nice grip on it. So from the beginning here, or in the first few days, I should say, my impressions of this gun are very positive. Once I have shot it a little bit more, and then, you know, I don't know if I'm going to have to need to carry this, because it is so small, it's going to be easy to carry. I mean, I can't say that, oh, that's gun's just too heavy or too big or too bulky. Nah, it's going to be easy to carry. But so I'm not worried about that too much. But I do want to get a little more lead down range with it, or copper, or whatever I end up shooting that day, before I give you an actual full review. But there you go. There's my, like I said, a first quick look and my first impressions of the new MAKO. What do they call it? The MAKO 7 or something like that. But it is the Kimber MAKO. It is, like I said, their new little polymer carry gun.